Test, test, test. Okay, keep in mind as you're here that we're already live streaming. Shouldn't make too much difference, but certainly watch what you say. Big fan of the Packers background, though, Krish. Big fan. Your
Hey, Chris. Why?
your picture or whatever your background picture, profile picture before, if you turn off your cameras, Packers, I think it's Alan Lazard.
Oh, okay. That's what I was like confused. Like,
Yeah.
Tremonti Barbary. I'm pumped to play with you guys.
yes, sir.
Oh, we got Bia tonight too. Nice. Oh yeah. How do you want our names?
Yeah, that's if you could put the brackets, the square brackets that we usually use with just the TB, or you can do tau beta if you can all figure that out, but it's going to be a little bit trickier.
Yeah. We'll go with TB.
And if K-Agon the road again can figure out some coding scheme as well, that would be helpful. It could just be K-Agon for all that matters, particularly to me.
Hey, Charlie. What's happening?
Hey, how's it going? Bos
Okay,
Ekete.
we've got the Tremonti Barbaroi. We've got Bibliolatas. I think we're waiting for Joe from K-Agon the road again.
Unfortunately, Joe has decided to be in transit at this hour. So he has left us to 3 students who have not taken a higher level of Greek in about 6 months. So yeah.
I haven't taken a
Which
high
is
level
why.
of Greek in 2 years, and I've written this tournament, so maybe that'll play to your favor. Okay, we're almost quite ready then. I'm going to set up the score sheet here. My dad's going to be the scorekeeper, Joseph Kearney. It's a Kearney production, as we know.
Dante, are you going to get all the literature questions?
I hope so.
I haven't taken upper level Greek in 38 years, so I think I've got y'all beat. I am looking forward to singing though. Egg on the road again. Sorry, Michael.
It's only yourself that you're embarrassed.
You can also thank Joe for coming up with that pun for a team name.
Okay, so I'm going to follow my checklist. I've ensured that all players are present. Yeah, let's do this Atra coding scheme for Egg on the road again. If you could put it before your name, Kessie, that'd be very helpful. If you could include it, Charlie, as well, that'd be great. We've entered the players in the score sheet, and then we'll proceed with the rest of the checklist once that's done. Okay, so we're live and we've been live for a few minutes, but I'm going to start by introducing myself, and then I'm going to throw it over to each of the teams and each of the players if he or she wants to introduce themselves. So my name is Michael Kearney. I'm running this tournament and writing it. I'm currently in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which I think is the case for a few of our members here, at least Dante, Michael, and Bia, or at least in the Boston area. And my dad, though, is scorekeeping, Joseph Kearney. He's coming from Milwaukee, where I was as recently as yesterday. I'm going to start with Bibliolatas, if he wishes to introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Dante. I'm Team Bibliolatas, which is a nickname applied to one scholar that means book forgetter, because unfortunately I've forgotten a lot of books. Yeah, I went to BLS. Now I go to Harvard, and I'm excited to be here.
Okay, then the Tremonti Barbaroi will go in the order of Bia, Krish, Wyatt, and Michael, so we don't screw this up.
All right, my name is Bia Brook.
Um, I'm a sophomore at Boston Latin School, and I'm really excited to play. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Chris Sharma. I'm a rising junior at Brookfield Academy located in Brookfield, Wisconsin, and I'm really, really excited to be here.
Hi, my name is Wyatt Roeder. I'm a rising senior at Rossview High School in Tennessee, and I'm really excited to be here.
Hi, my name is Michael Howard. I'm a Latin teacher at Boston Latin School, and I'm also very excited to be here.
And our last team, Og on the road again. Can we go Kiese, Jason, Charlie in that order, please?
My name is Kiese. I just graduated from Phillips Exeter like a week ago. But yeah, also excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Jason. I also went to Phillips Exeter, but then I went to Berkeley, and now I'm a rising junior at Northwestern.
Hi, I'm Charlie. I also went to Phillips Exeter, and now I'm entering my second year as a freshman at Cornell in Ithaca, not the one in Iowa.
I was also in Iowa as recently as Saturday if we're playing this game. So I'm going to start now by reading the script for round 1. Welcome to the first round of K-Agon 2. I have a few brief reminders before we begin play. Players may lodge challenges to me, the moderator, via the chat or out loud. You may lodge a challenge basically at any time that doesn't interrupt the flow of the game. So directly after a toss-up, during a bonus, at a score check, that sort of thing. I'm the ultimate arbiter of all these challenges. So in some sense, my judgment is final, but it may require me to consult some books or do some research after the round. So scores may change. If you experience technical difficulties at any time, please let me know as soon as possible. If it arises during a question, I have discretion to allow more or less time or pause the round for an answer to be given, and generally try to make things good for you. This is a 4-round tournament in some sense, where there are 4 preliminary rounds. You're playing the first of them. You'll play all 8 of the other teams over the course of the 4 prelim rounds, and the teams with the top 3 total points scored, will make the finals, which is a trickier round, a harder round on Friday. All these rounds at 9:30 p.m. will be live streamed, which should be fun. And of course, if you're on an earlier round, an 8 p.m. round, make sure not to reveal the content to anyone who's playing later. It's only going to harm you, I guess, if they're the teams you're competing against. Okay, any questions? If not, I'll read the Aurelia passage. Okay, let me paste into chat. I will now read the Aurelia passage, demonstrating how I pronounce ancient Greek. Here we go. Aurelia, he polis edoke, en Aegypto ein sun te megale oikia kai te hippo, tres caedecato dii agonas megalus en to cunegetico teatro Alexandreas et theorun. Telas orgis mene hede he hippos oikade erxen anabainusa, zuste tois agosin kairon, dedoi cuian tin hippon radios anapere eis ton engus tu teatrus statmon, ue. You also cannot see
The passage.
me.
Yeah, we didn't get the paste.
Well, that's strange. I'll read it again. Here we go. We're going to go speed run now. Aurelia, he polis
It's still not in the chat.
Still not showing? Oh, it's sending
Are you
to the
messaging
wait
to
room.
like? Oh yeah.
Ah, that would do it. They're having a great time out there. Aurelia, you can see it now. He polis edoke en Aegypto in sun te megale okia kai te hippo, tres cadeca tiu dii agonas megalus en to conegetico teatro Alexandreas et theorun. Telas orgus mene hede he hippois oikade erxen anabanusa, zus de tois agosun kairon, de doi cuian ten hippon radius anapere es ton engus tu teatrus statmon, ue. Okay, good. Sorry about that. I have to get my screen set up. It's tricky because it doesn't allow me to minimize the Zoom while I'm live streaming. So I have to be a bit creative in this regard. Give me a second. This tournament will not have test questions.
Sorry. One more thing.
Yeah.
Can you read the second word, hey, and then edoke again?
He polis edoke.
Okay, thank you.
They sound, yes, pretty much the same. Okay. So yes, there are not going to be any test questions, but yeah, let's have a buzzer check for everyone just to see. That's everyone. That's 8 players. Okay, give me 1 second. I will now tell you there will be no test questions in this year's tournament. Past tournaments have had test question at the beginning to see that everything's working. I think you know how to play. So we're going to play all questions for points. Good luck and have fun. Here's toss-up 1. Who ignores the repeated advice of a man born on the same night as him named Michael Howard?
Hector.
Hector is correct. Named Polydamas, ignores his wife's cautionary story of the death of Eetion, her father, and ignores Priam's and Hecuba's pleas not to fight Achilles. Here's the first bonus for Tremanne Barbaroi. Eetion ruled a city of what name at the foot of Mount Placus before Achilles killed him while sacking it?
Like Hippoclatian themes. Yeah.
So true.
You got to be it.
Okay. Hippoclatian themes. Final answer.
Yep, or I'll just take Thebes in your second bonus. In Iliad 12, Polydamas unsuccessfully advises Hector to retreat when he sees what type of animal harm an eagle that is carrying it, causing the eagle to drop it among the troops.
Is that good with everyone? All right. Snake. Final answer.
That's correct, specifically a blood red one, if you wanted to say that. That's the full 20 points for Tremanne Barbaroi on toss-up 1. We'll move on to toss-up 2. Seeking to recrown Astyages, whom his father may have fought. Dante?
Croesus or Croesus.
Correct. Whom his father may have fought at a battle that ended after a solar eclipse. What ruler crossed the Halys River to unsuccessfully attack Cyrus the Great and destroy his own great empire? Great buzz. That's Croesus of Lydia. Here's your first bonus, Bibliolatas. Croesus's kingdom, Lydia, used what naturally occurring alloy to produce early coins?
Electrum. Final answer.
That's correct. In your second bonus, name Croesus's father, a man who fought the Medes at the Battle of the Eclipse and likely introduced those coins.
Cyaxares. Final answer.
No, sorry, we're looking for Alyates. So that's 15 points for Bibliolatas on toss-up 2. It is a deep cut, as Michael Howard has pointed out. And we'll move on to toss-up 3. Here we go. Fine quarters for women, Aika, Molon Labe, and Michael?
Sparta.
Sparta is correct. And either with your shield or upon it are all examples of what city's terse sayings, which are also called laconic. Here's your first bonus, Tremanne Barbaroi. What Spartan declared Molon Labe in response to a demand by an enemy ruler?
Is that Leonidas? It's like he comes looking for he's saying take the shield or something. I think it's Leonidas.
Go for it.
Go further.
Leonidas final.
That's correct. In your second bonus, the response of Aika, or if, was given to Philip II's threat, if I invade Laconia, I will throw you out. However, this was the Spartans' second laconic response to Philip, because they had previously answered neither to what question?
Oh, can you repeat?
Yep, and I can paste too.
Oh,
Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
The response of Aika, or if, was given to Philip II's threat, if I invade Laconia, I will throw you out. However, this was the Spartans' second laconic response to Philip, because they had previously answered neither to what question?
I can give like a logical guess. I really don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
I have no idea.
Final answer. Do they want? Like, he basically asked if they want to serve him or fight him or something. I don't know.
It's the right sense, but not quite. Here's the answer given in the source. Should I, Philip II, come as friend or foe? Come as friend or enemy? So that's 15 points for Tremonti Barbare on toss of 15. I'm laughing for the sake of the live stream because Kiese said she saw this on TikTok a week ago. That's not where I pulled it from. That's not a source book, but I could pull it from there since we don't necessarily follow those. Here's toss of 4 for any player. What genre is addressed in the extant work of an author from Amasya? Michael?
Elegy.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat. What genre is addressed in the extant work of an author from Amasya and in a 10-book, 2nd century AD work called Helados Periegesis? Dante?
Geography.
Geography or travel is correct. Treatise is respectively written by Strabo and his literary successor Pausanias. Here's your first bonus, Bibliolatas. Pausanias' description of Greece is primarily focused on cultural geography, but does contain some naturalism and botany in its last section, echoing what author's Historia Plantarum?
Either Aristotle. Theophrastus, final answer.
That's correct in your second bonus. At what place in Attica does Pausanias begin the first book of his description of Greece?
Cape Sunion, final answer.
That's correct. That's the southernmost point in Attica, and that's the full 20 points for Bibliolatas on toss of 4. We'll move on to toss of 5. Here's toss of 5. What property, lost in a Greek word's first syllable, if it also... Michael?
Aspiration.
Aspiration is correct. Great buzz. If it also occurs in the second syllable, per a law advanced by Hermann Grossmann, occurs in letters chi, theta, and phi, which are pronounced with an exhalation of breath. Here's your first bonus, Tremonti Barbare. What is the meaning of the verb trepho, which was originally threpho, before the initial aspirate assimilated?
I think it's turn, right? You get apostrophe from it. Turn, final?
No, sorry. It's something like feed or nourish or thicken or cause to grow. And your second bonus, for the adjective tachus, give the Attic comparative, a form that had aspirates in the first 2 syllables before the sound changes described by Grossmann's law occurred.
Oh my goodness. 8 comparatives.
I can help you next year.
Can you paste?
Yeah.
So it has 2 aspirate, like at tachyon or something. Yeah, that's all. Tachyon, final.
No, we're looking for thaton. So there were 2 aspirates, then one dropped, then the second one got changed to the first. It's a little bit of a complicated process, but that's 10 points for Tremonti Barbare on toss of 5 with a great buzz. And can we have our score after 5, please?
So Bibliolathos with 35, Tremonti Barbare with 45, and K-Agon the road again, not yet on the board.
Okay, excellent. Here then is toss up 6. Gold leaf tablets from southern Italian graves give eschatological advice to followers of what religion? Dante?
Pythagoreanism.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat. What?
Orphism?
Orphism is correct, which believed that the Titans ate the dismembered pieces of Zagreus' body and followed literature supposedly written by Eurydice's husband. I'll repeat. No, not sorry, repeat. I'll give the bonus to Tremonti Barbare. The longest 2 poems in the Orphic hymns are the Lithica, on the properties of various stones, and an Orphic reworking of what epic poem in which the role of Orpheus is significantly elevated relative to the original?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you paste that, please?
Thank you, paste that.
It's not like the Georgics, right? I mean,
No.
it's probably Greek.
Wait. The Orpheus. What? Why, you got any idea what this is asking?
No.
No.
Like, for some reason, Catacthonion comes to mind, but I don't think that was like even in that period. What else is Orpheus in? Oh. Is it Works and Days, maybe? But I don't know. Why would he be involved in that?
I need an answer, please.
Why it goes on
Michael Howard got something.
Works and Days final.
No, this is Argonautica, but with Orpheus as the main character.
Oh.
And your second bonus? The Titans' destruction of Zagreus is often identified with what Maenadic ritual in which followers of the god would ritually dismember animals or human beings? Please give the Greek word. For my dad's reference, it's
It's like,
why
yeah.
we got the toss-up.
I think it's that. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's
Go with it.
Sporagmos
Sporag.
final. I'm with that.
Yes, Sporagmos is correct. They have it in the chat. So that's 15 points for Tremonti Barbaroi on toss-up 6. We'll move on to toss-up 7. Here's toss-up 7. What city accepted pleas from the tyrant Terillus to end in... Michael?
Messenia.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat. What city accepted pleas from the tyrant Terillus to end an exile that the forces of Akragos had imposed, beginning an invasion that culminated in 480 BC with its defeat at Himera under the command of Jason?
Carthage?
Carthage is correct, under the command of Hamilcar. Here's your first bonus, Og on the road again. What Syracusan tyrant, the predecessor to Hero, led the victorious forces at Himera alongside Theron of Akragos?
You guys have any idea?
All right, could you please paste in the chat?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, Jason, not too strong on the tyrants of Syracuse.
I was gonna say Hero. The other one's not coming to mind right now.
Can you think of just any other popular name for like Sicilian Greeks? Any other name?
No idea.
Need an answer, please?
No answer.
This is Gello or Gelon of Syracuse. And your second bonus? A crucial point in the engagement came when the Syracusans intercepted a letter that Hamilcar had sent, asking for cavalry from what city, whose conflict with Egesta later prompted the Sicilian expedition.
Oh, conflict with the guest. Wait. Oh God.
I just read this.
Is this like Leontini or?
It's Leontini, exactly.
It is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It ends with an I. I know, and that sounds correct.
Okay. Leontini. Final answer.
No, we're looking for Selinus, Selinus.
Oh,
Sorry. So that's 10 points on toss-up 7 for Ag on the road again. Yeah, it doesn't end with an I. I was going to say something about I in the middle or modern day or ancient day game of Wordle, but I decided not to. We'll move on to toss-up 8. Here we go. Words such as aspedion or paidion, Dante?
Diminutives.
Diminutives is correct, as well as anthropiskos and epoulion belong to what class of nouns, with epoulion being related to the noun epos? Here's your first bonus, bibliolatas. Many Homeric words are diminutive in form, but not in meaning, as with pedion, which has what meaning?
Can you paste? Field, final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus? Other diminutives provide notable shifts in meaning from their base word, as with the diminutive touris, which comes from tura. Please define either touris or tura.
Can you paste? Tura is door, final answer.
And touris is window. So a little bit of a different meaning there. So that's the full 20 points for bibliolatas on toss-up 8. We'll move on to toss-up 9. Here we go. What author, two of whose siblings appear in the recently discovered... Dante?
Sappho.
Sappho is correct. Great buzz. Recently discovered brothers poem, legendarily died by jumping from cliffs at Lukos, supposedly loved the poet Alcaius, and was termed the 10th muse by Plato. Here's your first bonus, Dante and bibliolatas. Sappho was perhaps a contemporary of what Mytilenean tyrant, a member of the 7 sages who had an extended feud with Alcaius?
Pittacus, final answer.
That's correct. In your second bonus, Sappho 16 begins with the lines, some say an army of cavalry, others an army of foot soldiers, others an army of ships is the most beautiful thing on this black earth. Name either the woman who is addressed in this poem or the thing that Sappho herself declares to be the most beautiful.
I don't know. Let's go with the Clayus final answer.
No, the woman is Anactoria, and the other is whatever or whomever one loves. So that's 15 points for Bibliolatas on toss-up 9. We'll move on to toss-up 10, after which we'll have a score check. What Greek verb with what meaning is described in the following clues? It combines with the verb for to eat in the word esophagus. Michael?
Sarx, flesh.
That's incorrect. Dante?
Ace. Oh no, did you ask for a verb?
Answer, please. Time?
Sorry.
Charlie?
Aito, to burn.
No, sorry, I'm going to read it out for you. So it's what Greek verb with what meanings described in the following clues combines with the verb for to eat in the word esophagus. It lies at the root of the name of a rhetorical device where a word is repeated at the beginning of successive clauses. It lies at the root of paraphernalia and metaphor. This is pharaoh. So esophagus is oiso, the future, meaning about to eat. So that's no points, unfortunately, for any team on toss-up 10. Can we get a score check after 10, please?
Yes. So Bibliolathus with 70, Tremane Barbaroi with 60, and if I have teed up my Willie Nelson correctly here, with 10. Thank you.
We did not hear it, but I assume you're trying to play
brutal.
it. You can try again at the 15 score
I
check.
won't.
Okay, we're going to move on then to toss-up 11, the second half of the round. Here we go. What sport is the focus of Sophocles' lost tragedy, The Men of Larissa, which details the funeral games held by two Wyatt?
Like disc throwing?
You can take that. Or discus throwing or discus, held by Teutamides, where the grandfather of Perseus was killed by the hero's errant throw. Here's your first bonus, Tremane Barbaroi. Amphiaraus won the javelin and discus competitions at the first Nemean Games, which honored the death of what youth, euphemistically termed Archamoros, or bringer of doom?
Yeah. Feltes final.
That's correct. And your second bonus? At Patroclus' funeral games in the Iliad, which of the Greeks beats Leontius, Ajax Telamon, and Epeius in the throwing competition, which some commentators interpret as a discus contest?
Is it like, it's either Polypoetes or...
I was thinking Polypoetes.
Yeah, I think it is him. Okay,
Go.
Polypoetes is fun.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Tremane Barbaroi on toss-up 11. We'll move on to toss-up 12. Nice buzz there. Here we go. Taking place in an andron after the conclusion of a deipnon, featuring Dante.
A symposium.
Symposium is correct. Featuring katabos as one form of entertainment and centering around the krater. What type of event has a name that literally means drinking together? Very nice buzz. Here's your first bonus, Biblionatas. What was the primary function of the symposiarch at the symposion? A description's fine.
Like to determine the proper mixing of the wine, final answer.
Can you be more specific?
Like the mixing of wine versus water, the proportion.
That's correct. And your second bonus? The symposia are often compared to what Spartan eating clubs, which usually comprise about 15 soldiers?
The Syssitia, final answer.
That's correct, or the Syssition in the singular. So that's the full 20 points for Bibliolatas on toss-up 12. We'll move on to toss-up 13. Here we go. For the verb montano, give the third person singular, perfect, Dante?
Mematheke.
That's correct. Great buzz. Perfect active indicative, a form that uses the verb's reduplicated perfect stem, memateka. Memateken or memateke is your answer. Here you go. Bonus one, make that form aorist.
Emathe final.
That's correct. And your second bonus, now make that form dual.
Okay, let us make up a form. Ematheton, final answer.
You're very close. It's ematetane. You gave me the second person as opposed to the third person here, dual. Round one, round two, round three, round four. You know, they're all the same. Got to get it in somewhere. That's with Michael Howard saying dual round one, run. Here we go. Here's toss-up 14 for any player. The ethnographic text airs, waters, places. Michael?
Pythagoras.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining teams. Jason?
Hippocrates.
Hippocrates is correct. Great buzz. Is attributed to what author who supposedly declared hobios brachus, hede techne macre, or life is short, art is long, in reference to the difficulty of learning medicine? Here's your first bonus. Eye on the road again. Hippocrates is often credited with inventing the theory of the four humors, which supposedly made up and drove the human body. Give the English names for any two of these four humors.
I mean, blood and yellow bile are two, right?
Like, was it also like session?
Phlegm,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like
Yeah.
there's like a yellow bile, black.
Phlegm or black bile or
There
something?
was, I think there were two types of bile, right?
Yeah, yellow and black bile.
Yellow,
I
black,
think
phlegm.
I feel confident on those. I
Okay,
think.
just say those two then.
Unless, can you think of any other ones that you know?
Well, I'm pretty sure phlegm was like one.
I'm pretty sure phlegm.
So if we just want to go with one of the biles and then phlegm.
Yeah, but I don't know if phlegm and one of the biles are like synonymous.
Go with it, Charlie. Charlie, just
Answer, please.
Final answer: black bile and yellow bile.
Yes, and phlegm and blood. So you're absolutely correct. Your second bonus. The important Hippocratic text on the sacred disease identifies what disorder as possessing a natural rather than divine origin, helping shift the Greeks' understanding of medicine away from the supernatural.
Could you please paste?
I think that was
Epilepsy? That would make sense. I mean,
What
that
did
was
you
like
say?
Caesar. He had like
Epilepsy.
epileptic seizures, and he was he thought it was divine. I think sacred disease was epilepsy. I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Epilepsy. Final answer.
Correct. Grade 20 there. So that's the full 20 points for Ag on the road again on toss-up 14. We'll move on to toss-up 15. Note to players, there'll be an extra clue after the sentence is read twice. Say in Attic Greek, if you were to hear the sound of battle, you would quickly flee. Dante?
A tain tesmakes phonein or aeon tain tes. No. A was right. I'm sticking with my first answer. A tain tesmakes phonein akuois taku an pheugois.
It's incorrect. Charlie?
Eques tes pones to polemo taki epuges an.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Eques tes pones to polemo taki epuges an.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining team. Say in Attic Greek, if you were to hear the sound of battle, you would quickly flee. That's, if you were to hear the sound of battle, you would quickly flee. Keep in mind that future less vivid clauses like these use two optatives and, in the apodosis, the particle on. Michael?
All right. A two polymu fun funoi fun noise on effugois takus.
No. So Dante had it right other than one thing. So 18 ponen tesmakes akuois. And then he said taku, and I can find no indication that that's the adverb. I have takeos.
I
And
believe in the neuter it can be an adverb.
I'll check on it.
Should be at the bottom of the LSJ entry, I think.
We'll check on it. Give me a second. I'm in the LSJ entry. Now let's see. I gotta find an attic reference though. I find only poetic references, but I'm gonna look.
Are
We're
there
gonna
any
award.
Attic poetry?
Yes, Aristophanes, but you didn't identify it as poetic. We're gonna give you the bonuses and we're gonna determine afterwards, okay? So here's your bonuses. We're gonna provisionally not award it to you, but if I can find any instance of it, and I just have to check the rules on poeticisms, you'll get it, okay? Here's first bonus. What tense and mood would both verb forms be if you were to translate into Greek the sentence, if you were hearing the sound of battle, you would quickly flee? A present contrafactual conditional.
Imperfect indicative final.
That's correct. And your second bonus? Now translate into English this sentence from Xenophon's Cyropaedia. Ein chronon tinameles en to automenen hugienu proton de stratopedu me amalesai. And I'll paste.
So like if you intend to remain in the same place for a certain amount of time, it is first like you first must not not have a care for a healthy camp. Final answer.
That's correct. And I found an instance in Thucydides, so I'm going to award it in any case. That's the full 20 points on a toss-up 15. Nicely done on the toss-up to Bibliolatas. Okay. Can we have our score check then, if we've got it updated after 15, please?
So Bibliolatas with 125, Tremane Barbaroi with 80, and K-Agon the Road again, which should either get more or fewer points. I'm not sure for that discussion in bonus one of toss-up 14 that I had to listen to. No discredit to them. It was just the subject matter of it with 30 points. Phlegm and bile, and I mean, my goodness, just saying.
Okay, we've got 5 toss-ups to go here, round 1. We're going to move on to toss-up 16.
Michael learned years ago it's best just not to react to me.
He'll be encouraged either way and do it again. So what's the point? Toss-up 16. What Olympian deity, probably depicted with arms outstretched in opposite directions in a bronze statue? Dante?
Poseidon.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat. What Olympian deity, probably depicted with arms outstretched in opposite directions in a bronze statue recovered from Cape Artemisium, was honored by Liban of Elis with a temple that contained a wonder of the world and stood at Olympia? Jason?
Zeus.
Zeus is correct. Dante is close. It's once in a while said to be of Poseidon, but the common Scholarly consensus is it's the Zeus of Artemisium. And here's your first bonus, Agon the Road again. What sculptor produced the statue of Zeus at Olympia?
Any idea, Jason?
Yeah.
You
I
are
only
truly
know
the
one sculptor, and it's Phidias.
I only know once. Yeah, that's right. I only know one scope from this video.
you are truly the breadwinner of this round, Jason. Is it a possibility that Phidias made the statue of Zeus?
I have no idea. I'm not that good at art.
What else did Phidias make?
He made the statue of the Athena Parthenos, right? Or am I making that up?
Oh yeah,
Are,
he did make that.
are they contemporary?
I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
You need
Phidias,
an answer,
final
please?
answer.
Yes, that's correct. Your second
Yes.
bonus. The statue of Zeus of Artemisium is often compared to the so-called charioteer of Delphi, a contemporaneous bronze that what Sicilian tyrant dedicated at Delphi?
Presumably Hero, hopefully.
Wait, what tyrant? What did he say?
Could you
Please
paste,
paste?
please?
Can you paste?
There's a chariot at Delphi, and it's dedicated by
Oh, Sicilian tyrant. Huh.
by a Sicilian tyrant. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Herodotus talks a lot about all of the dedications.
trust
of
Herodotus?
Delphi. But where else would the source be from? Herodotus is the only one with that sort of intimacy with Delphi. Can you think of anyone but Hero? But although I feel like that's anachronistic.
I have no idea.
If it's
You
Herodotus,
need an
it's
answer,
not
please.
No
Hero.
answer.
This is Polyzalus of the city of Gela, and the author who's also intimate with the city of Delphi is Pindar, who describes this. So that's 15 points for Agon the Road again on toss-up 16, and we'll move on to toss-up 17. Here we go. What group led an ineffective attack on the fort of Phyle, whose defenders Jason?
Oh, wait. Was this the Athenian exiles?
That's incorrect. Dante?
The 30 tyrants.
The 30 tyrants, yes, whose defenders quickly moved to reclaim the Piraeus, kill Critias in battle, and recover control of Athens from a Spartan-backed oligarchy. Yes, it was the Athenian exiles who were defending the fort. Here's your first bonus. Critias had early paranoically manufactured the death of what man? A son of Hagnon and the co-leader of the 30 tyrants.
Theramenes, final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus, what was Theramenes' manner of death?
He was forced to drink hemlock.
That's correct. So that's the full 28 points for Bibliolatos on toss-up 17. Yes, so many tyrants this round, as Kiss has pointed out, and there are lots of tyrants in Greece. Here's toss-up 18. A set of moral precepts supposedly spoken by Chiron, a battle against sickness that prompts an elaborate description of Wyatt?
Hesiod?
Hesiod is correct. Nice buzz. Of Heracles' shield, and a catalog of women are the subjects of poems once attributed to what author of Theogony? Here's your first bonus. The description of Heracles' shield, like that of Achilles' shield in Iliad 18, is an example of what narrative device in which a work of art is vividly described through words?
Ekphrasis final.
That's correct. And your second bonus? The ancients also attributed to Homer a poem about Heracles that was titled for his taking of what Greek city?
Any guesses? Oh yeah, probably Oichalia. Okay, Oichalia final.
Oichalia is correct. That's the full 20 points for Tremonti Barbare on toss-up 18. Move on to toss-up 19. Here we go. What material was known as xulon in Michael?
Silk.
That's incorrect. Dante?
Wood.
Wood is correct. In Greek, would be used to make a doru and would come from a dendron to build a nous. Here's your first bonus, Bibliolatos. What is the meaning of the Greek noun machlos, as in the Homeric lines, hoimen machlon elontes elainon, oxun ep acro, ophthalmo enereson?
Can you paste the line?
Mm-hmm.
The point of the spear, final answer.
No, it means like a bar or a stake. They're driving the stake through the eye of Polyphemus.
Okay.
And your second bonus, what is the Greek word for forest?
Hule final.
Hule is correct. So that's 15 points for Bibliolatas on toss-up 19. Give me a score check with 1 to go, please.
Bibliolatas with 160, Tremonti Barbaroi with 100, and Agon the Road again with 45.
Okay, excellent. We'll move on then to the final toss-up. Here's toss-up 20. What goddess supposedly created the constellation Boötes? Dante?
Hera.
That's incorrect. Michael?
Demeter.
Demeter is correct. To honor the plow's invention by her son Philomelus, though this directly contradicts the story that she conceived him with Iasion while lying in a thrice plowed field. Demeter. Here's your first bonus, Tremonti Barbaroi. What twin brother of Philomelus acted as the literal representation of the earth's wealth?
Yeah.
Plutus final.
That's correct. And your second bonus? Iasion founded the mystery rites on what island, from which he traveled to attend the wedding of Cadmus and Harmonia?
Yeah. Samothrace final.
It's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Tremonti Barbaroi on toss-up 20. Can we get our final score, please?
Yes. Bibliolatas with 160, Tremonti Barbaroi with 120, and Agon the Road again with 45.
Okay, excellent. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for watching, as I assume there's been some spectators in the stream. We've got another live streamed round tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. That's 4 in 2,431 years ago, playing Tremonti Barbaroi yet again, and Mutilators of Elysium Dropouts. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nope.